My mom made me crawl into the fridge as a freezing punishment, just because I turned the air conditioner down a little after seeing my little sister sweating from the heat. But mom said I was trying to kill my sister, and she wanted me to feel what it was like to freeze. She didn't know. The moment the fridge door closed, my life began to count down, because a few days ago, my parents and I watched the news. A child had climbed into a fridge and frozen to death to keep that from happening to me. They put a lock on the refrigerator. No one expected. The safety measure would become my death trap. Dad asked if mom went too far, but mom said I'd come out in a few minutes. They put all their attention on my chilled sister. 15 minutes later, my sister suddenly developed a high fever. When they came back to the living room, I didn't respond. Mom thought I was sulking, and since she was rushing to the hospital with my sister, she stopped Dad from checking the fridge. That missed moment pushed me closer to death. Ever since my sister was born, Mom's heart was no longer mine. She said my sister was tiny and fragile. I needed to grow up and give in. She claimed she wasn't biased, but everything she did proved she was. When they got home again, I was already a cold spirit. I was afraid they'd blame me, so I made it look like someone was under the blanket. Seeing that, they scolded me even harder for sleeping, saying I caused my sister's fever, and still had the nerve to nap. When I didn't respond under the blanket, Mom didn't check on me. Instead, she grabbed my favorite toy and cut it to pieces. She wanted me to know there was a price for mistakes. But she didn't realize I had died inside the fridge. The next morning, the silent war continued. Mom yelled at me again for not coming to breakfast. Dad, trying to keep the peace, brought food to my room. I didn't answer. He sighed and left. It was the first time I didn't see him off to work. He felt something was off. He told Mom to stop arguing with me, but Mom only cared about my sister. The one moment she remembered me was when she wanted breast milk from the freezer. I didn't answer. She got mad and went herself, just as she was about to open the fridge. The neighbor Granny came in. That Granny favored boys and bullied me before. She even fought with Mom once over it. But now Mom complained to her about me, saying I wasn't innocent, saying I caused my sister's fever. They bonded while bad-mouthing me. Mom gave her a bribe, hoping the granny's son at the early education center would hold a spot for my sister. The granny left with the gift and even stole a plate of cake. That theft caused a bigger misunderstanding later. That night, when Dad came home, Mom complained I ignored her all day and even stole her cake. Dad decided as punishment they would go camping for the weekend and leave me home to reflect for 3 whole days. They forgot about me. Not until my classmates' parents came asking why I hadn't been to school did they feel even a little uneasy, but they were only upset because the parents scolded them for leaving me alone while they went on vacation. The neighbor parents said if they didn't like it, they should keep their kid away from me. Then the community office arrived to investigate. They asked where I was. Mom rushed to my bedroom, but found nothing. My classmates' parents saw moldy fried dough sticks and sour soy milk in my room. Even then, my parents still thought I was throwing a tantrum, the community officer asked when they last saw me. Mom told them about the night my sister got sick. They went to the fridge. The officer stared at the heavy lock and asked Mom, how was she supposed to come out on her own? Mom froze. Fear crashed over them all at once. They didn't know, with my spirit still trapped there. Their punishment was only just beginning.